You are not afraid. You are resisting fear. I repeat again. You are not afraid. You are resisting fear. And what do I mean by this? Because a lot of people tend to ask you questions when you say something like, you are not afraid, you are resisting fear. One thing that you have to understand, fear is just what is. It's an experience, like I always tell you, ladies and gentlemen. Fear already exists in this earth. Like, there's nothing wrong with fear. Like, fear does not cause the afraidness or of the fact that you are scared of it. Because the same thing that, let's say, I might be in the same situation as you where we recognize or understand this fear right now. But a lot of people don't tend to understand that the fear is arising within. Like the universe or the God or something that you are subscribing to, they give you your body so you can be able to experience. Because you use your body to experience things. For example, everybody know fear, anxiety, depressions. But if you never experience them physically, like if you never experience them within yourself, then you can't tell the difference what fear is. Because you can know something by naming it. For example, this is a fear. You know it by naming it. But you don't know how it feels like to be fear. The same thing, you don't know how it feels like to be accepted if you never experience it physically. You can know what God and the devil is. If you never experience what God and the devil is, you can never tell the difference. You can know there's God, there's a devil. But if you don't experience it, you don't feel it, we tend to say the positive feelings, that is God. And the negative feelings, that is the devil. So if you can say this is God and this is the devil, but you never experience how it feels like to be the devil or how it feels like to be God, then you cannot tell the difference. Because you can only tell the difference of a thing when you experience it. When you see, oh, so God is the positive feelings and the devil is the negative feelings. You understand what I'm saying? When you say it in that way, then you're like, oh, so I know God because God is the positive feeling, is the loving, the happy, the joy. And I know the devil because the devil is the hate, the suffering, all these things. But it's all the same thing. Like, it's all experience. They are just experience. Because that's why we are human beings. Because that's why I told you the purpose of life is knowing, experiencing, being. And shout out to the book Conversation with God. And shout out to Anton Domelo for the book Awareness. Because everything in existence is just what is. How you feel about it, that is an experience. The negative feeling is an experience. The suffering is an experience. That's why I cannot say someone made me feel angry. Someone made me feel this. No, that person didn't make me feel anything. Whatever actions the person make is just what is. The feeling is arising within me. So I experience the thing from within me. The fact that I experience it within me, that shows the experience is within me. The experience is not in the person. It's within me. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, that a lot of you guys don't understand. And the reason why I said you are not afraid, you are resisting fear. Because whatever you resist persists. And it is always going to be the fact. And the reason why you resist, and that's why you feel the way you feel, is because when you resist something, you are saying this thing shouldn't be happening. I don't like the fear. Why the fear is here? I prefer not being fear. I prefer not being scared. I prefer the opposite of fear. So if you prefer the opposite of fear, that means you're going to always resist fear because you're like, I don't like this. I don't like the feeling of it, so I don't want to experiencing it. The fact that you resist, that means that thing is going to stay. Because like I told you, anything that comes and goes is not who you are. It's just an experience. So if fear comes and goes, and you don't want to experiencing it, that means it's not gonna come and going. It's gonna come and stay. So the fear is gonna stay within you instead of the natural process, which is come and goes. The same thing if it is a river, like I told you guys, if it is a river going from Chicago to Indiana and to Ohio, if Indiana can be able to block that river so the water does not flow to Ohio, that means the water is gonna overflowing. The water is gonna be full. It's gonna start going to houses. It's gonna start going to roads, because you block the natural flow of life, which things comes and goes. That's why you cannot do that, ladies and gentlemen. If you block it, they block the natural law of life experiencing. So the water, when the water is coming and going, that's the purpose of life. When see, if you, ladies and gentlemen, can be able to understand that everything in existence, neediness, loss, suffering, they are all experienced, then number one, you're not gonna identify with. You're not gonna say I'm suffering, because you don't suffer. You experience suffering. You're not gonna say I'm needy. You're not needy. You experience needy. The fact that you say I need this, that is the story that you add to the neediness. When you say I lost, you didn't lost anything. You experienced lost. That's why a lot of people suffer. There's a video that I watched. A woman was saying, I lost my son. I lost my three boys and one girl. You didn't lose your boys or girls because of death. You identify with the loss. You say, I lost my son. You see, when you say my, you identify with yourself. Because I told you guys, you cannot, whenever you say I am, that means you identify with yourself. When you identify with something, your mind subconsciously identify as you, something that is who you are. When I told you anything comes and goes, it's not who you are, it's just an experience. If it's just an experience and you say I lost, then you say you lost. Now your mind is, you feel the lost. Your mind is trying to protect itself from the lost. Your mind is saying, no, I shouldn't be feeling this. I shouldn't have lost this boy. Why did I lose this thing? Your mind is trying to figure out how you can deal with these things. But if you say, for example, if you lost your children, your kids, all you gotta do is say, for example, you lost a kid from death. All you can say, death was experienced. That's all you can say. Death was experienced. Because it is an experience. That's why even if I have a kid and I lost one of my kids, I cannot say like I lost my kids or my kids died. When you say mine, I told you guys, mine is an identification. Whenever you identify something as yours, you're going to try to protect it. You're going to try to defend it because you're saying it's yours. The same way some other guys, they might say, this is my girlfriend. This is mine. When you say it's yours, what you going to do? You're going to always try to defend her. You're going to always try to protect her, to do all these things, defend her from other people because you're saying this is mine. Whenever something is yours, subconsciously, mentally, it's naturally for you to protect it. You're going to try to defend it. That's why any woman I am with, she's not mine. It's just an experience. For example, I don't say this is my girlfriend. I say a girlfriend was experience. So I don't identify. I don't identify. See, and shout out to Anto DeMello. Whenever you identify the negative feelings within the I, which within yourself, you're going to always suffer. You're never going to be free. You're going to always become a slave to that thing. Because the I, yourself, is beyond experience. Nobody can ever describe who you are. It's impossible. Because you are beyond these things. You experience all these things. Everything in life, you experience them. They are just experience. That's why we are human beings, because we experience. We are being. Knowing, experiencing, being. KnowXBe. The name of the channel is KnowXBe. You experience everything as it is. If you don't experience everything as it is, that's when you suffer. That's when you start blaming the devil. You start saying, why God let me suffer? Why this is happening to me? God did not do anything to you. You are feeling whatever you're feeling. The story you are adding, the identifications that you are adding, instead of just experience everything. Everything comes and goes. Everything flows. If you block it, remember, if you block it, it will flow. So just think about it. If everything is experience and you don't want to experience a rejection, you just want to experience the acceptance, that means you're going to be needy. You're going to always need acceptance. That's why a lot of guys, when we go out, they suffer. When they feel rejection, They say, no, I don't like this. Why am I feeling this way? Man, it's because you don't like bad guys. Oh, it's because I'm not tall enough. It's because my nose is too big. You see, all this story you are pausing in your mind. And woman just say, no, you add a story. Oh, it's because my looks max is not at par. It's because maybe I don't have a lot of money. If you have a Lamborghini, she might say yes. That's a bitch ass mindset. Instead, just say rejection was experienced right now. And that's it. Once you say that, you detached from yourself. You be aware of it as it's just an experience. It's something that comes and goes. If it comes and goes, then it's not you, because you are beyond experience. Listen, but even the body that you got is not even yours, because you see, the body is the vessel. It's something that you use so you can experience life, but you are a spirit within the body. You are experiencing within the body. Like, this body is not even yours. That's why when someone say you ugly or you're this, you are not your body, so you're not ugly. It's just ugly is being experienced. The negative feeling. See, you're never gonna stop the negative feeling to arise within you. That's why there's a positive and negative. So the negative feelings, you have to take it as it is. It's an experience. You see, a lot of people prefer to be joyful, happy. They prefer that thing. Since they prefer that thing, they become needy. They become attached to the happiness. Whenever they experience the negative feelings, they become unhappy. But me, I'm happy whether I'm experiencing happiness or not. Because happiness, you was born with the happiness. It's within you. The problem is you let negative or positive feelings determine when you are happy and when you are sad. That's why you feel how you feel. That's why I said you're not afraid. You are resisting fear. Since you are resisting it, that's when you suffer. So there's nothing in this life can make you happy. Neither woman, neither object, neither money. Money don't make you happy. How do you think rich people says when they achieve the amount of money that they achieve, they say money can make you happy? Because they think money make them happy, but they don't understand happiness is very within you. No object can make you happy. You have to experience it. Listen, you can choose to be happy. Listen, anytime there's a negative feelings or there's a positive feelings, I still be happy, because I know all these things can make me happy. I can decide to be happy. Listen, you see, I can decide to laugh. I can decide to feel it. It's a matter of choice. That's why even your Bible says God will give you free will. If He give you free will, then you know it's a choice. You can choose to do whatever you want to. You can choose to like feel how you feel and experience whatever you want to experience, because everything in existence is just an experience, ladies and gentlemen. So you can be able to understand this. I guarantee you guys, you're not gonna be able to suffer. I'm not saying you're not gonna feel the negative feeling. I'm not saying you're not gonna feel the neediness. I'm not saying you're not gonna feel all these things. The reason why you feel the neediness is because whenever you feel the neediness, that's when you can be able to tell the difference between the positive and negative. So the negative feelings, the suffering that you consider suffering, I mean, listen, it's not like you're suffering. You only suffer when you add a story. But for example, when women say no, of course you're gonna feel bad inside you. But the problem is, if you resist that feeling, then you're saying, I don't want to experience these negative feelings. But if you just accept it, you're gonna feel it. A few seconds later, it's gone. You understand what I'm saying? Just think about it. Sometimes you're happy. You happy as fuck. You enjoying. A few seconds later, you are boring. You are bored. Why? You are a human being. You experience. You understand what I'm saying? You experience. So experience everything fully, because everything comes and goes. Everything that comes and goes is not who you are. It's not the I. It's not I. Listen, I am not my name. Kiza is not the I. Kiza is just an experience. It's the name that they've given. There's a lot of people whose name is Kiza. If a lot of people, the name is Kiza, then who is me? If it's a lot of people who got muscles, looks max, gym max, handsome, pretty, sexy, then who's me? That is not you. Those are experience. That's why a lot of people can have the same name. A lot of people can have same height. A lot of people, some people can be short, some people can be tall, and nobody is short or tall. You are tall and short, depends which person you're around. Listen, I'm around some people, I'm taller than them. I'm around some people, they're taller than me. Like I said, everything in life is just an experience. So guys, thank you for those people gonna be able to watch this video until the end, because like I always tell you guys, your mind is the superpower. Your mind, this mind that you have up here, my brothers and sisters, that is your superpower. And then remember, like the bellboy, my mentor of the dating game, always say, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm out. I'm gone. And I'll see you in the next video.